Good morning and welcome to About Your Town, where we talk to some of our area locally owned businesses. And today we're talking to Jeremy Owens from New Life Body Sculpting. Jeremy, good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, we've heard a lot about the New Life Body Sculpting and all the different programs that you have. Tell us about how the programs work at New Life Body Sculpting and what you can do for people.
Well, what we do is we focus, mainly on patients that need to lose anywhere from as low as 15 pounds up to patients that, may need to lose 150 to 200 pounds. It could be something that's more aesthetic, all the way up to something that could save you from something like the bariatric surgery types of treatments that are available. Now, the program itself is based specifically on fixing the metabolic problem internally with the patients that we see, and that's basically the fact that their body has stopped burning enough calories in fats internally for their basal metabolic rate. In most cases, what's happening is that people are burning sugar for a lot of their energy, which, is going to lead to higher blood sugar levels and more health problems down the road. I'd love to go into that, but I know we're a little limited on time.
Well, tell me about what is involved in the actual weight loss process there. What are some of the things that you're using at New Life Body Sculpting?
Well, the program itself is laid out like this. First and foremost, over the course of the 6 weeks of weight loss, we're spending the first couple days boosting the internal metabolic function, simply getting the body to burn through more calories. And we do it in a method and manner which gets your body also burning through more fat calories. So we're getting that fat-burning metabolic increase happening so we can achieve safe and effective weight loss and focus on the loss of body fat as opposed to muscle. Now, after we've accomplished that, what we do is move people into a 40-day program of weight loss paired with a supportive diet of lean meats, fruits, and vegetables. It's in certain amounts in regard to weight, so we give patients a list of the foods that they're allowed to eat and tell them how much to eat in terms of the weight, so they would just use a food scale to weigh that food out. It's very simple. We pair this program with something called the Zerona laser treatment. It's kind of the next generation in fat reduction technology. Very safe and effective cold laser therapy that helps to dilate and open up the fat cells so the bodies can burn off that content during the weight loss process.
So that's what the laser's all about. It's not just simply coming in and getting hooked up to a laser and that's it.
Absolutely. The laser itself is made by a great company called Zerona, who produce about 80% of all lasers used in medicine, whether they're hot or cold lasers. So this is what's called a photochemical laser. You go through a 20-minute treatment. It's causing a chemical reaction to occur within the fat cell that dilates it, opens up the pores of the cell, and the cell will emulsify, release that content, and we can then burn it off.
We're talking to Jeremy Owens, weight loss director at New Life Body Sculpting this morning. What is the success rate that you've noticed since you've started this?
Honestly, every patient that comes in and follows the program appropriately and the way that we tell them to does very well with the program. We have not had a situation where someone doesn't lose the weight if they have followed the program to a T. Obviously, in 6 weeks, if we're looking to lose 20 to 40 pounds, things have got to be followed appropriately. So every patient that we see that follows it does exactly as we would expect. So there's very few situations in which somebody wouldn't lose weight that would be more of a lymphatic issue or something like that. But we would let those patients know up front that they probably wouldn't be a candidate for care.
How do the patients maintain the weight loss? Like I'm talking long term.
The question of the day, isn't it?
Yes.
Probably the most common question I get when I'm doing consultations with folks, because they've all done multiple programs, lost some weight, put it right back on. First and foremost, the key is increasing that metabolic function initially and then reestablishing a metabolic set point. So we follow up the 6 weeks with a 4-week maintaining cycle, have them eat the proper number of calories for their new weight, and as their body reduces its metabolic burn from that very high level during the weight loss cycle, it's going to sync back up what your body is burning with what you're consuming calorically, obviously with the same types of foods. And then we just give people kind of a long-term eating plan in terms of maintaining it with the types of foods they should, lean meats, fruits, and vegetables. Doesn't mean they can never enjoy life again.
Right.
But understanding what habits are correct, how whole foods affect you versus processed foods. Our patients learn a lot about that on the program, so we see a pretty good success rate with people maintaining it.
Well, if you need to lose weight, go to New Life Body Sculpting, and they will help you. You heard all the science behind it, and it's a very scientific, specific program that Jeremy has put together. He's the weight loss director at New Life Body Sculpting. Free consultations?
Free consultations. If you call up the staff, They'll be happy to give you some more information about the program, set you up for that consultation. Typically, it's about an hour to an hour and a half long, but it is no charge.
All right. You can check them out online at newlifebodysculpting.com or call them at 260-471-1120. Jeremy, thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate you being here.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.